Good evening, welcome to Open House 2014. Unfortunately, I cannot be with you this evening due to a scheduling conflict of my two daughters having open houses at two different schools this evening across town. As parents, you understand the importance of open house, and I hope you can understand why I can't be with you tonight. But hopefully this short little video will walk you through everything that you would have seen in person tonight. First off, let me point out that if you have any questions at the end of this video, or any questions in general ever, feel free to email me at mrhrabak@fcps.edu. I'm pretty quick with my email. I'll get it back to you as soon as I can. And that's the easiest way to get a hold of me since I float between 3 different rooms. If you email me, I'll get back to you. Most of you I've actually reached out to previously through email, as I had a summer assignment for you and I wanted to know about your children. And most of you reached out back to me and told me about your children, and that was a great way for us to start building a positive relationship that will carry throughout the year. As you know, this is English 11 Honors. This is a very important year for juniors because this is the year that the state of Virginia requires them to pass both the SOL writing and the SOL reading. I have no doubt that this class will prepare them to breeze through those exams. Unlike other English courses, this will not focus on that. This will be a course in American literature and diving into American literature in various genres. As you know, their summer reading, they had to read Death of a Salesman, the great play by Arthur Miller. We have just started our journey into the Puritan literature with the Scarlet Letter, and I'm sure your children have been telling you about the sermon from Jonathan Edwards that we're actually reading in class and annotating and diving into. The crux of this class will be focusing on them becoming better writers, critical thinkers, and better readers. And that will happen in a variety of ways. And we will guide ourselves through the different eras of American literature, and we'll tackle text from all the way from the Scarlet Letter all the way forward to modern literature. The grading in this course, as you've seen from the syllabus, is heavy on 2 things: projects and essays. I feel that in an honors course, the crux of what they should do is they should be able to express themselves in a written form and in a form where they're up in front of the class presenting real-world skills that are critical for succeeding whatever their post-secondary endeavors guide them towards, whether it be college, the military, the business world, whatever. They will be well prepared. This course will challenge your students on various levels. They will have to read more than they probably had to read in the previous years. They're difficult texts. We're going to have a mix of nonfiction. We're going to have fiction, dramas, essays. It's going to be very rigorous in that reading. And one of the major things that I always stress to my students is, even if you don't understand what you read, that's okay. As long as you read and you try, we can work out together the problems that you have from that night's reading or from the different challenges that you face along the way in the novels. They're not going to like every novel that we read, and that's okay, and that's part of what makes literature great. It's the discussion of why or why not you did like a piece of literature. We're going to hit the great pieces of literature. We're going to do The Great Gatsby. We're going to do things such as Into the Wild, which deals with a student from Woodson High School. We're going to look at things such as War, which deals with the war in Afghanistan. They're going to have many options, and you've seen all these reading lists that came home on the syllabus. One of the other things that we'll do a lot of in this class deals with improving their skills in longer essays and in critical essays, where it forces them to conduct literary analysis both in class and outside of class. I feel that that's a major skill that will benefit them as they move forward. And I get a lot of times, how hard is this class? How much homework? Their homework is basically going to be to read. I don't want to bog them down or give them work that forces them to have to do things that are unnecessary or guiding them towards things that I don't feel are critical for us in class. And that's one of the major things that I always try to focus on. In terms of how much homework are they going to have a night? Anywhere between 20 to 30 minutes. So some students tend to read faster than others. Some students tend to take a little longer to read. Whatever works for your child, the biggest thing is make sure you have an area where they can study, where they can read. I'm also okay if your child is someone who learns in a auditory manner. If you want to get the book on tape for them, I'm completely okay with that too. I will try to keep you abreast as much as I can through Blackboard. If you follow us on Blackboard right now, you'll see that Blackboard, I put up the agenda on a daily basis. It has the syllabus. It will have any handouts that we have in class. Heaven forbid one of your students has to miss class for whatever reason. They can always find out what we missed in class that day, and all the handouts that we had in class that day will be uploaded in a, generally I have it up before class even starts, but a worst case scenario, 24 hours after class finishes. The handouts will be up there. The other thing that I want to stress to you is for your students to become self-advocates for their own makeup work and everything. If they have an issue or they didn't understand something, tell them to come talk to me. It's easier for me to try to work it out with them and teach them the importance of articulating what they need help with and what they missed, rather than necessarily getting it in an email from you where you're having a question. Have them come talk to me first, and generally that ends up working out all the problems. In terms of getting progress reports, they'll definitely go out on a bi-weekly basis. Sometimes they might even go out on a weekly basis, or if I have a big assignment that I've added, you'll get that. If you are not getting those emails from me on progress reports, let me reference back to please email me at Mr. Hrabak at fcps.edu, and we can go ahead and rectify that problem immediately before it becomes too far that you didn't get emails from me. That's generally what I have for tonight. If you have any further questions, or you would like to speak to me in person or over the phone, or you have something specific, like I say, please email me. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I know this is going to be a great year. It's going to be a challenging year, but I hope it's also a fun year for both you and your students. And, you know, feel free to read along with them. These are a lot of great books that, you know, you might be interested in reading, or maybe you read back in high school. And if they see you reading and they see you taking excitement in it, it'll help build their excitement as well. Once again, thank you for lending me your ears tonight. And I apologize that I can't be here, but I know we'll have a successful year this year. And if you have any questions, just email me. Thanks and have a great evening.